asked Devontae about you yesterday, and he said he calls you Charles Barkley. Is that a compliment or not?
I mean, league MVP, right? He was a league MVP. Great player, you know, probably gonna, or I don't know, is he a Hall of Famer? And definitely played with some tenacity, and obviously we all love him today because he is who he is. But as a player now, he was a dog. Definitely got after people, and so of course, yeah, I'll definitely take that.
How has Marcedes helped you? I don't know if you always had the mentality to just throw your body around, really embrace blocking at your position. How has he kind of helped rub that off on you?
Well, of course, with him being, you know, in year 16, 17, he doesn't run as much routes, but still has, you know, like still blocks with the best of them, whether it's pass blocking or run blocking. So I obviously ask him questions, you know, what makes you so great besides being, you know, just your stature and your hands and how strong you are. Besides that, like mentally, what just makes you different from everybody else? And, you know, him and obviously Rob and J.O., they've definitely been helpful, but obviously every time Marcedes has something to say with anything I tap in, but definitely just when he talks about blocking, like he gets chills, and then of course I'm just like, I'm back there writing everything down. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna use that too. So now he's definitely been helpful with everything, but definitely brought some tenacity, and just when I'm out there, just try and, you know, put somebody in the dirt.
What do you think of that fullback spot? You probably played 10, 12 snaps there, I would think, on Monday.
I mean, I like it. You know, I'm able to see the safety rotation, see the linebackers where they're at, see the D lineman, so it helps me know where I'm going. When I'm able to see everything, obviously in line, you kind of blocked by the rest of your O-line. But when I'm back there, and it's kind of like just like you're a personal protector for not only the quarterback when we're passing the ball, but you're also, when we're running the ball, I'm the personal protector for either 33, 28, 32. We got some dogs back there, so the fact that I can lead the way for them, like, it's easy to do. Like, obviously you saw Aaron have a great game, you know, and the better he was doing, the more excited I was to just block for him, because I'm like, I want to get him out in the open, and I want to do everything I can so he can do what he does. Obviously, he's great at what he does, so it just, having those guys back there just makes it easy.
Are you pushing to get any carries, just like you did in Indiana State? You had that, 20-yard beta?
You know, we'll get there. You know? Maybe one day.
How do you and your football journey come around to the welcoming that blocking is a big part of your game? And when you're a kid, you dream of like scoring the touchdown, right? So how do you come around to the idea of like, this is your ticket? You got to be the best damn blocker out there, and that's how you make a living.
That's a great question. I think it's just a part of knowing your role. You know, like we all want to play. You know, we all want to start, and we all want to catch touchdowns, but like first and foremost, like I want to win. So if me having to block 300-pound dudes who are 6'8", 6'9", with extremely long arms, that's what I have to do so we can win, then I'm going to do it because I love winning. And whatever I have to do to be a part of this team and to win, then I'm going to do it. So just a part of knowing your role, and then, I don't know, again, that physicality part of it is kind of fun, you know, like just kind of fighting out there and, you know, just trying to enforce your will on other guys and move other guys from point A to point B. You know, there's just something fun about that, because obviously they're not trying to be moved. So if you move them and you're getting them off their spot, I don't know, it just excites me a little bit, as crazy as that sounds, but it's fun. And again, I love to win, so whatever I got to do to make that happen.
John, it seems like you and Josiah, much more than maybe, you know, Sed and Bobby, are put in very unique spots and different kinds of roles. Is there ever a point when you get in, you know, on a Monday and see the plan or whatever, that catches you by surprise at the unique ways they want to use you to?
Not really. But I mean, like before we do anything, they'll usually ask us like, "Are you ready? Like, you think you could do this?" And of course, I'm not going to say no. You know, of course, like yeah, you know, we always have a saying. Sorry, we have a saying where it's like, the more you can do. So it's like whatever you ask me to do, I'm not going to say no. Like we all want to be out on the field as many reps as you can get. So whatever they throw at either one of us, I already know that we're going to be in like ready to like take a swing at it, whatever it is, whether it, you know, possibly running the ball or whatever it is. Like I guarantee you that we'll be excited to do it and just ready to take just go at it full swing.
Hey, Dom, I'm sure coming the route that you did, you were just looking more for the opportunity than anything else. But did you kind of envision yourself in an offense like this in terms of how they're using you? Did you think if you did get a shot that, you know, something like the way that they've kind of played this out with this F position or whatever you call it, that this would kind of be your ticket if you did find an opportunity?
I kind of did. Obviously not, you know, specifically to what I do, but, you know, being that I'm not 6'6" or, you know, whatever the ideal measurements of a tight end are. I don't run a 4.3, so again, I'm not a receiver, but the fact that I block well, run routes, can do all these things, so the fact that I am versatile, I figured, okay, I'm going to have to use that in order to get to where I want to be. I'm going to have to play special teams. I'm going to have to block DNs, linebackers, safeties. Like, I've done it all before, so I'm just going to have to use everything that I've been able to do in my past and put it all together in order to get to where I want to go in this. So obviously not specifically what I do, but I knew my versatility was going to be my ticket to, like you said, to getting here.
Following up on that, you know, no one wants to say anything bad happened to anybody, obviously. But here we are, and the other day, a guy that was drafted in the 3rd round at your position was released, and here you are, after what you went through working as a bouncer and everything else. And here we're talking to you about all the important things you do in this offense. What's the lesson to be learned there, you think?
That's a tough question. I guess, well, I mean, I don't really know how to answer that.
Well,
but.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but here, I mean, you worked your ass off to make something happen where a lot of guys that have the same resume as you are still bouncing or doing other stuff. And I'm guessing you're not complacent, so you're not sitting here patting yourself on the back, but it felt like to me that kind of put things in perspective for a guy that's done what you've done, that you're still here. Do you allow any of that to resonate with you, or are you just so focused on the game plan that you're not even able to really appreciate the journey that you're at this point?
I would say like you said, like I'm kind of focused on just doing my job, you know, and let that be a lesson if that's what you need. Like if you want to play, like just, and I'm obviously that's why I'm saying I can't really say what the lesson is because I'm still learning, but I know from my point of view, like just come in and work, you know, lock into the game plan and do whatever they ask you to do and do it at 110% because even if you go the wrong way on a block or whatever, as long as you're going 110%, I mean, yeah, we could fix you going the right direction, but that 110% is really what's important. You know, you can't, somewhat you can't really teach that because, you know, sometimes guys will take a play off, whatever, but just going 110% all the time, like that's just something that everybody's looking for. And like you won't be in trouble for going 110%. So if there's any lesson, I guess that's what it would be. But you know, again, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to make sure I'm here next week and after that. So that's kind of my mentality. It's just go 110% and just lock in and be ready and go to work.
You were talking about how you have to block safeties and linebackers and everything like that. Have you seen a more unique group? Like you could end up blocking Eric Armstead, who's a 6'6", you know, behemoth, and then Nick Bosa gets off the ball like nobody's business. And then Fred Warner, who, you know, I'm sure you're going to have to block at some point. Is that as unique a group, you know, in terms of talent and diversity?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a task at hand. But you know, every team's got dogs. Every team's got, you know, big guys or linebackers who can move fast, and obviously they're great at what they do. So I'm not trying to minimize them at all. But if I focus on, you know, that, then there could be a chance where I'm second guessing. So I just have to trust my technique, you know, trust what my coaches are teaching me, what they have taught me, you know, trust the game plan, and just focus on doing my job. And obviously they're, like you said, they're dogs, 6'6". Nick Bosa's extremely quick off the ball. Obviously, like, we know that. But as long as I just focus on doing what I'm supposed to do and just believe in myself and trust in what we have and the game plan and what my coaches have been teaching me since I got here last year, then I feel like I can do what I'm capable of doing and making sure I can, you know, block those guys, because obviously they're, you know, they're different. It's different, but I should be able to get it done.